them, and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance. Broadcast.
From the gun, it's Griffin. It's caught by Coleman. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. On 3rd down, Griffin. He's got time. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Griffin on 1st down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
2nd and 10 now. Griffin. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Let's look back now at this closely contested first half. So we've got a tie game at half, and you can bet both coaches are in that locker room making adjustments and telling their guys to just keep playing hard like they did in the first half, following the forced fumble. All right, let's roll those highlights. They'll go with the run here, and he'll take it in for the touchdown. Browns is up now by 7. Browns line up at the 13. Under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Eagles would then turn it around for the TD. Eagles tied up at 10. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Pryor's going to make the catch in traffic, and the pass and catch will end up going for 26 yards. So that'll do it for us. We'll go back now to Philadelphia for the second half.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And an alley to run. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second and very short here, less than a yard. Play fake to Matthews. Now it's Wentz. Finding time. He targets Jordan Matthews, and it's caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch the...
Let's go!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Ryan Matthews, 35 yards. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's Ryan Matthews finishing it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Now it's Griffin. Gets it to Gordon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
3 yards left to grab here on third down. They come out here in the eye. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. So that's the word from the referee. Neutral zone infraction, 5 yards.
And, of course, the defense is always pointing at the offense about how they drew them across. Flag goes against the defenders on that one.
Here's a give to Crowell. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And in 2015, Charles, for the Browns, 18 fumbles, most in the league. Another one here.
And each and every week when we visit with teams, the phrase turnover margin always comes up, doesn't it?
Always.
So it's no surprise that with that number of fumbles, they were 3-13 that season.
Ryan Matthews now gets set and ready to go again here on offense. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, started to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds. And
that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point, because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Just 1 yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
So 5 yards remain now, still 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with 2nd and just 2 yards to go.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And for quarterback Carson Wentz, touchdown pass number 1 of his career.
And he is so used to rising up on charts, moving up in people's minds. I first heard about him when he was a junior at North Dakota State. But I didn't get serious about scouting him until his senior year. And all I kept seeing was improvement throughout. He's got the frame, he's got the arm, he's got the athletic ability, and he has the moxie. Yeah, I'm with you. The first of many.
So that drive in total 8 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line is going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
They keep it with Crowell on first. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Fresh set of downs here. the counter. It's Crowell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Cut back, left sideline.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Going to give to Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And out come the Eagles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now a 20th carry for Ryan Matthews. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Ertz has it left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Detroit!
Now Ryan Matthews on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Here's the option going right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Still second down.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here, not done in the fourth. We put our attention now on the Eagles' defense. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to their offense, and kick back and enjoy a little bit of water and rest before they have to go back out there again.
Back out there now, hoping to hurry up and get more water and rest. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. On second down, here's Griffin. A screen complete to Crowell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Griffin gives to Crowell on the draw. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Caught left side. It's Barnage. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here we go. It's Griffin on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's had quite the turnaround, Charles. At the start of the game, passing game was a little bit of a mess, but he's back on the horse, so to speak.
Love seeing how someone can rebound from a slow start.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah, the rookie from Oklahoma State, in there to drop his man and pick up his first career sack in his first career game.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. We always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for him. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight it. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Three yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Corey Coleman, and all the way in, touchdown. touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Browns get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Down 2 scores, out of timeouts, a must recover if they're going to have any shot. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Philadelphia, they get the victory in the debut of rookie head coach Doug Peterson, and they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it'll be a losing debut for new coach Hugh Jackson, and they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Doug Peterson, a winner in his Eagle coaching debut, as we say so long from Philadelphia.
select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with Your season starts now. Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Falcons. With that, let's get over to Atlanta as we welcome in our brand new broadcast pairing for 2016. I think you'll like them. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we certainly hope they do. We're looking forward to this year, and we begin it here in the final season opener at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup. It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by the #1 overall pick of these Bucs in the 2015 draft. Out of Florida State, the former Noel, Jameis Winston.
And he's always been a gym rat. He's always been a guy who just absolutely loves the game and loves everything about preparation. Watching tape, rallying teammates, he has a charisma that's just off the charts. How does he get better, though? Starting in year 2, well, he worked on the offseason, lost weight, reconfigured his body. I think it's just a matter of continuing to take care of the football and continuing to lead his team. Because you know in Tampa Bay, they #believe in Jameis.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Second down, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's third down. Here's the offense, and highlighted as a guy who gave himself his own nickname, the Dugginator.
Brandon, you really can't nickname yourself, but if he keeps running at this level, he'll have plenty of good nicknames to choose from.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Surveying the field. Over the middle to Evans. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, the Bucs will call on Brian Anger to punt it away. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Ryan turns and gives to DeMarco. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on 1st down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
The NFC second leading rusher a year ago, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for loss.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And heading back out there now, the Falcons defense here. Their stay on the field last time was short-lived with a 3-and-out. See if they can get some more of that.
And ordinarily, you want to be on the field playing, right? But 3-and-outs, that's almost gold to a defense. Get to the bench, get some rest, turn the ball over to your offense.
We'll see what they can do here, see if they can force another 3-and-out. Now Winston, and Brate, the tight end's got it. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose number 1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion. Winston gives to Martin on the draw. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That draw play got blown up by the blitz of the defense. Ordinarily, that's exactly what you want. You want them to blitz, and they go past you, and you go past them for a big gain. But in this situation, they hit him at the worst possible spot. Right exactly where you were running the draw, and he got in there and got him.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. In 2015, we saw the Doug Martin that we saw as a rookie, didn't we?
Absolutely. A 1,400-yard second only to Adrian Peterson last year.
And he really helped a young quarterback develop by taking a lot of pressure off of him.
Now he feels good coming off that 5-year deal he signed in March.
Feels even better about that. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So on 4th down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now we get our first look at a guy who's been around the block a time or two. He will not be rattled today.
And that changes things for a defensive coordinator, because normally when you get the young guys, you get the rookies, you throw all the exotic blitzes at them and looks they haven't seen. But this guy, he's seen it all.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Now Ryan on second down. And Tammy with it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Here's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Now Jameis on second down. He completes it to Evans. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Martin. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
On second down, Martin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Now, that's the Doug Martin we saw, not just in his rookie year when he burst on the scene out of Boise State, but how about in 2015 when he earned a big-time contract extension from Tampa Bay?
Yeah, you mentioned it, from Boise State, 31st pick back in 2012. A carry for a former Falcon, Jaquiz Rogers. And a cut to the sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. A gain of 6 there on first.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. First down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
In the red zone this time. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Third down, it's Doug Martin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On the ground, Rodgers. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
To throw is Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jamison Crowder from 10 yards out. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. For Jameis Winston, first touchdown pass of his sophomore campaign. After such a great rookie campaign, they're expecting big things out of that guy.
And I think they'll get them. This guy is a football gym rat. All right, he's going to be there watching film, first guy in the building, last guy out at night, and absolutely captures a team. The locker room gravitates towards him, and I want to meet his nutritionist. You see how good he looks coming back for his 2nd year? I want to hang out with him and learn how to play like he does.
So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On second down, here's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Following the penalty, Martin. Room here to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 13 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
That's a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. We get a glance at the Buccaneer defense as they file into position. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of, great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out, You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there on the pickup, and it'll give the Falcons a first down.
I know it's a word that we tend to overuse, but Devontae Freeman can be awfully explosive with the ball in his hands.
He showed at the beginning of last year. He had 10 touchdowns the first couple months. The Falcons themselves were red hot, then sort of went down the tubes a little bit toward the end.
Yeah, their team's record and its production declined the same way, but I really like his overall game.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ryan. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. They come out here in the eye. Here's Ryan. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. A third down. He tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well.
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. On third down, Winston. He's got time in the pocket. A bullet throw, but incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. Look at the spin. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Drops it off to Martin. There goes Doug Martin. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, 75 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The point after now for Aguayo. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. From the gun, it's Ryan. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
What you got? What you got? Huh?
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. On second down, Ryan. Complete over the middle to Hardy. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. A second shoot. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. A look at Jameis Winston now as he gears up to lead this offense again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and...
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Adrian Claymore in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Second down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And Freeman lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down.
Offense.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a second down throw for Winston. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Third and long for Winston. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offensive unit called the TO. And now we are ready to resume play. And Aguayo's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Falcons trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Buccaneers have been the better team, though, and will try to maintain the lead in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Now 2nd and 8, slant route connection made here, and he goes in for the TD to cap the drive, taking the lead up to 10. Now to late in the second. Winston's going to find his mark, and this long run goes for a touchdown. The lead grows to 17. Staying late in the second, with plenty of pressure this half, and another sack. This goes for a loss of 4. Still late in the first half, they're going to come away with another sack here. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to the Georgia Dome for the start of the third quarter.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big run there by Freeman. 75 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
But when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Patrick DeMarco taking it in. And the Falcons get a bit closer. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They run it again with Martin. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that, though.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernuff.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, look credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target, and it's fourth down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They run. Devontae Freeman. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, here's Ryan. And a catch by the new signee from Cincy, Mohamed Sanu. A good pickup there of 20 yards. It's Freeman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. Spinning past him. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I feel like there's a little extra juice when you see Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans early. And when they do it often, this team is really energized.
Well, and Evans at 6'5", those long arms, that's so tough to defend.
And he surprises you with how fast he is because he looks like he's just loping along, and all of a sudden you're 10 yards behind him, and Jameis Winston finds him.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Still first down.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Now a play fake here on first down. And break, the tight end's got it. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And Brate has it over the middle. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate, 36 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
Aguayo on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. 5 plays there on that drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And the numbers show the improvement, and this is kind of what we thought we would expect to see from him. I know we overanalyze these things sometimes, but what switch? What's flipped that switch?
Sometimes I think when you're as great as he is, you just kind of roll out each game and expect good things to happen. And that's not always the case. Those guys on the other side of the ball, they're the NFL 2 for a reason. So maybe at halftime he gets a chance to regroup, kind of get it back together, get a little extra resolve, and now he's putting it into practice. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Now Ryan on second down. Connects with Sanu right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And until that point, we haven't seen Julio Jones. That's hard to believe here this late in the game.
And no one more frustrated than Julio Jones because receivers feed off of catches. That's their fuel, and that's also their affirmation. And he hasn't been getting much of that in this game, and their team is losing, and he wants to have a better effect on the game.
Just the first connection, Ryan to Jones there. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Throwing again, Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep. Wiley?
Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names?
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Coleman. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look.
Offense.
Costly mistake for the offense. They now face 17 yards to go on 3rd down. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Third and long. It's Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end can be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
It's Coleman here. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in. And the Falcons cut into that lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Carry number 20 here for Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well coming from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got time. He's got Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll run. It's Rodgers. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. He's going to get the football. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Jameis to throw it. Finding time. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. They find some open field here. And now the rookie's free. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now here's the Falcons defense getting set to go again. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward. Winston with a give to Martin. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. Again, it's Martin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Really tough drive, but that run help salvage something there, because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down he'll go. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. This is taken at the 18. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the defensive unit for the Buccaneers as they get set here. They've got a situation where a field goal ties it. How do you defend this? Because you obviously don't want to give up the touchdown. How aggressive do you get?
That's always the key, isn't it? Where is the line on aggressiveness to over-aggressiveness? And I think most coordinators are looking at it like run your regular defense, add some pressure packages, because really the 35-yard line is the one you really want to defend. At that point, you're thinking you're probably giving up 3. Anything outside of that, you feel like you've got a chance to hold it.
So they'll be in search of the proper amount of pressure. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 16 yards there. And it'll be first down Atlanta. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. He's back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. And they'll be in search of 11 yards here on 3rd down.
Watch two.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
He's never been one to be flustered or ruffled when the game is in crisis. And once again, he just led his team into a spot where potentially they can win now.
In 2015, he was great in these situations. He had 4 fourth-quarter comebacks for a victory. See if they can hang on.
Matt Ryan, that's why they call him Matty Ice.
And he puts it through. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Winston to throw. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Winston. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. They will take the knee, and it means a great start to their 2016 campaign, a win here in Week 1. So, Charles, the Falcons, they start their farewell tour of the Georgia Dome in grand style with a victory.
That has to feel good because there will be an emphasis on the final season, and, each time they play a game, there'll be some final in there somewhere. But they just want to focus on winning games, and the more they do that, the less they worry about the off-the-field events.
So for the Falcons, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it'll be a loss in the debut of new head coach Dirk Cutter. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.